Hello and welcome to some more dominion.games ladder playing on July 5th, 2026. And we've got Berserker, that's for sure. Pickaxe trashing, also Bishop, but yeah, like I said, Pickaxe. Opening here, certainly we open with a silver. Oh, Family of Inventors. We could use that to open with Pickaxe. I guess we'll see what our opponent does. Family of Inventors could conceivably screw with things, but I'm not sure how many sycophants are likely to be gained. So yeah, we got Coin of the Realm is probably the primary plus actions here with supplemental from Conclave. We can gain those things with Berserker. I guess I'll take a Coin of the Realm here. Started on that. Ah, great. Well, I guess I'll take another Pickaxe. Alright, do we want to loot or do we want to trash a state? Probably a loot. Ooh, nice. Alright, that's a good one. Could definitely use a Tragic Hero. We just take Tragic Hero, probably. Am I gonna get Berserked here? Yep, okay. Well, the good news is it doesn't matter that much. We want one more coin now, I suppose. Guess we're getting another coin. Only thing that's really going well at this point is that we got this prize goat. Flag bearer. Okay, well, I mean, I'll take a flag bearer. Yeah. Bishop? Really? It's only possible that I should be hanging on to the estate for trashing, but of course I might not draw what I need to. Okay, we can finally get our own Berserker. And I guess I'll take a Conclave with that. Nobody has gained a Basilica yet. I mean, gained a Basilica, gained Basilica points. They didn't trash their flag bearer. I was kind of expecting that, and then I would trash mine and get a loot off of it, but... Oh, I forgot that I had the flag. I did not mean to do that. Well, shoot. I guess I'll take another conclave. Another tragic hero. What? That was a weird resign. Okay. Well, it's Sunday. I was already planning to play another game anyway, so let's do that. Peasant. Patient Hunter. Bridge Troll. There's some stuff going on here. So this is probably Crucible Peasant. Remodel terminal and remodeling estates into much of anything doesn't look too appealing right off the bat. I will admit that my experience with Crucible is not the most positive, but should be able to build pretty big here. Okay. What do we want as our first 5? We do have to worry about terminal space. I would kind of like a Margrave, but at the same time, it might be better to go Hunter first, especially because it can be patiented. Do we go double Peasant here? I kind of want to. I think I will. Do love me, my disciples. Okay, now Margrave. Now that we potentially have the Patient Hunter thing going. So we have another peasant down there, so I think we do play the soldier and then patient the hunter. Getting another peasant here looks a little suspect. I don't super want a silver, though. Druid can't be played non-terminally. It's either silver or nothing, but I guess I'll take the silver. I do want to get a 5 here. Might be worth not trashing with the Crucible. I want another Hunter and I want a Specialist. Probably one more Hunter first and then the Specialist. We do still have plus buy in our deck, even with no, because of the Margrave, so even with no peasants, so that part's fine. What my opponent is doing exactly. Okay, this is actually a pretty nice draw. We get to patient the Hunter. Yeah, probably a better draw than I could have reasonably expected. The one thing is that it would be nice to hit 7 here so we could get another peasant, but it's fine. Alright, we're definitely discipling Hunter. an argument here for trashing copper over estate. We don't need the money, and Hunter would rather draw it. I think I'm persuaded by this argument. Okay, we're gonna have a disciple and 2 fugitives. There's room for us to get another peasant, but I think I'd rather just go specialist hunter. All right, so we disciple specialist to play hunter. Hunter. And then play specialist, play hunter. And I think we can gain a hunter and a specialist. Wait, they have a beggar? Why? Alright, I think I'm just gonna patient these. Take peasant and, well, I kind of need a cutthroat. I'll get a remodel and we'll remodel the silver into a cutthroat. What happened to my other fugitive? Oh, I discarded it. Oh, maybe I should have triggered the shuffle. I probably should have. Why are they getting so many peasants at this point? This is strange. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what was going on over there, but beggar was certainly not a card to gain. Alright, I'm gonna leave the table so they don't think I'm actually playing again. Yeah, I didn't really catch what they were doing. They did. I know they got an early remodel, but I can't remember whether they opened remodel or whether they opened Crucible and then got the remodel after that. But I do think that the remodel wasn't like great. Yeah, I probably should have triggered the shuffle with my hunters rather than patienting them, so I could have gotten some more payload and just gotten directly to Cutthroat, but whatever. There was still like a lot. There was still a lot to be done on that board. Getting Cutthroats into play, like probably picking up a couple Haunted Woods for duration draw, for like reliability, and then like probably some kind of like specialist pilot nonsense would be available, especially with discipling specialists and special. Yeah, it's all pretty crazy. They hadn't even gotten a Margrave, had they? Yeah, I don't know what they were doing. I mean, maybe they just had like Crucible. That game, Crucible, was mostly cooperative. There was the one turn where I didn't trash a copper with it, but that wasn't necessarily the Crucible's fault. For one thing, it had already trashed a couple of estates by then, and for another thing, like I could have picked up copper instead of Crucible, and if I had, like, I would have only had 6 and it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. For whatever reason, not that game, but for whatever reason, I often feel like Crucible does a really good job of dodging estates relative to like Salvager, or like Broker, even though like obviously the odds are the same. But yeah, so maybe they had that going on. That certainly might have been a contributing factor. But also, I mean, the fact that they ended up with a beggar, like, that cannot be correct. So I don't know what they were doing. Well, 2 games, 15 minutes. I guess that's what happens when the opponents resign quickly. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.